Welcome, fellow seekers, to High Magic Practices. In today's episode, we'll be completing the self-initiation ceremony into the Neophyte Grade of the Hermetic Order of the Golden Dawn. This session will guide you through the process of equilibrating the divine light, properly dismissing the godforms, and cleansing the temple space after the initiation. It's part of our self-initiation series, building on the initiation act we explored in the previous episode. If you're passionate about high magic and eager to dive deeper into occultism, practical Kabbalah, and Western esotericism, we encourage you to like, subscribe, and share this episode with fellow seekers on the path. For those who want to take their practice even further, consider joining our Patreon. As a member, you'll unlock exclusive articles, videos, rituals, and meditations to help empower your magical journey. Today's closing act is the third part of the self-initiation into the Neophyte Grade. For this, you'll need a few key implements like a cup of water, a censer, a sword, and a white Djed wand or a crown-headed scepter. Also, a rose of wine, a candle, and bread and salt. Let's begin. Give one knock. Go to the northeast and say,
Ekas, aste vevili.
Return to the west of the altar and deliver 4 knocks. Perform the neophyte signs. Proceed to the station of Stoles, Tays in the north, where Aramuth will trace the sigil of the cup before you. Assume the role of Stoles, Tays, and take up the cup of water. Move clockwise to the east of the hall. Using the cup, trace a cross in the air facing east. Then sprinkle water 3 times in the shape of an invoking water triangle. Repeat this action in all 4 quarters, continuing clockwise around the room. When you arrive back in the east, lift the cup high and say the words,
I purify with water.
Place the cup back in the north, and let Aramuth take charge of the officer's role. Move to the south to the station of the Dadjuhos, where Thum Ash Neit draws the sigil of the cross potent before you. Pick up the censer and assume the role of Dadjuhos. Walk clockwise to the east of the hall. Using the censer, trace a cross in the air toward the east. Then, wave the censer 3 times to form an invoking fire triangle. Repeat this action in each of the 4 quarters, continuing clockwise around the room. Once back in the east, raise the censer high and proclaim,
I consecrate with fire.
Place the censer in the south, restoring the Dadjuhos officer role to Thum Ash Neit. Then, return to your position at the west of the altar.
Let the mystical reverse circumambulation take place in the pathway of the light.
All the astral officer godforms, except the Hierophades, who remains holding the wand and banner, gather in a line in the southeast. The Egumen guides you from the west to the south, leading you to join the procession. The counterclockwise circumambulation begins under the direction of the Kyrics. Each participant salutes with the appropriate projection signs when passing the banner of the east. Picture the light that had filled the temple gradually dimming, as if retreating into silence. The Res steps out of the procession after completing 1 pass by the east, and the Egumen follows, withdrawing after 2 passes. You and the others follow the Kyrics in a 3rd pass. Perform the reversal sign of the spiraling light. All the astral officers then return to their positions. When finished, return to the east. O.C. traces the sigil of the cross and circle in the air before you. Step into the role of Hierophades, taking up the Djed wand or the crown-headed scepter that Osiris has bestowed upon you. Imagine the divine light that you have brought into the temple, being withdrawn from the symbol upon the altar back into your heart center and toward the Keter of the universe. Perform the Kabbalistic cross to balance the energies within you.
O da mo hut vigevoha vigedula leolam. Amen.
Say the words.
The mystical reverse circumambulation is accomplished. It is the symbol of the fading light.
Facing east, perform the adoration to the Lord of the universe, saluting with the projection sign after the first 3 sentences. Then, after the final sentence, give the sign of silence.
Holy art thou, Lord of the universe. Holy art thou, whom nature hath not formed. Holy art thou, the vast and the mighty one, Lord of the light and of the darkness.
Visualize the 3 officers, the Hierophades, Yerez, and Egumen, lifting their implements in a salute to the light, then gradually lowering them. Step down from the office of Hierophades, returning the role to the authority of Osiris. Then say,
Nothing now remains but to partake of the mystic repast, composed of the symbols of the 4 elements.
Go to the west of the altar, facing east. The goddess Tame comes to the east of the altar, facing west. You perform the projection sign. Tame answers you with the sign of silence. Say the words.
I invite all beings present to inhale with me the perfume of this rose as a symbol of air.
Smell the rose.
To feel with me the warmth of this sacred fire.
Put your hand over the flame.
To eat with me this bread and salt as types of earth.
Dip the bread into the salt and eat.
And finally to drink with me this wine, the consecrated emblem of elemental water.
Make a cross in the air with the cup and drink the wine. Once the wine is finished, place the cup upside down between the cross and triangle. Now say,
It is finished.
Tame returns to her station between the pillars. Make a single knock and say, It is finished, in Greek.
Teteleste.
Give 2 more knocks. Then repeat the following words, knocking before each word is spoken.
Cabs. Arm. Pect. Conks. Pax. Light. In. Extension.
Give the neophyte signs toward the altar. Now you say,
May what I have partaken maintain me in my search for the quintessence, the stone of the philosophers. True wisdom, perfect happiness, the summum bonum.
Tame returns to your side, and together you walk to the south, where she traces the form of the cross and triangle. Thom Ashneit salutes with the projection sign, and Tame responds with the sign of silence. Slowly, Thom Ashneit fades away. In the same manner, she releases all the astral godforms in the hall, Oramuth, Anubis, and Horus. She also releases Osiris, and even the great form of Thoth in the east, while tracing the symbol of the circled cross. As she does, all the astral beings in the hall begin to fade from sight. Tame herself is the last to dissolve. You thank the goddess for her benevolent guidance and trace the symbols of the cross and triangle before her. She salutes you with the projection sign, and you respond with the sign of silence. Withdraw the white ray that had activated Tame back into your heart center. Perform the Kabbalistic cross to balance the energy.
O da Mohut Vigevoha Vigedula Leolam. Amen.
Draw the sword and carry out the lesser banishing ritual of the pentagram.
Yod He Vav He Adonai Agla. Before me, Raphael. Behind me, Gabriel. On my right hand, Mikael. On my left hand, Hodiel. For about me flame the pentagrams, and in the column shines the six-rayed star.
Finally say the words,
I now declare this temple duly closed, so mote it be.
We hope this episode has been both enlightening and inspiring. While we've made some minor adjustments to simplify the ceremonial language, the essence and transformative power of the self-initiation remain unchanged. We also trust that the visuals enhanced your understanding and sparked your imagination as you prepare for this sacred ritual. If you've been practicing the recommended probationer exercises, you're in the ideal position to truly embrace these teachings. Remember, patience and focused intention are essential on this journey. If you've found value in this episode, please consider subscribing to our channel and following us on social media. For deeper engagement, exclusive content awaits you on our Patreon or Buy Me a Coffee page. Links are in the description below. Thank you for your continued support. Until next time, may the light illuminate your path, and may your journey unfold with grace and purpose.